IVM.
Hey everybody, welcome to another week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you are not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money. As we head into week 4 of lockdown, we're doing our best to make sure that we maintain our schedules and try and get you as many of the podcasts that you're used to listening as we possibly can, but beg your indulgence if there are any slippages in schedules and times. With that, let's just get on with your show.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. Today's fun fact of the day has to do with names. Did you know that there are over 75 different names for sugar? I've been writing about sugar and how harmful it is for the last 3 years. And this list of names has steadily increased each and every year. As consumers get more and more aware of sugars, companies have to keep finding new ways in hiding it in their product. They do this by giving a name as far away from sugar as possible, like muscovado. Ooh, doesn't that sound so fancy? Or then they try and make the sugar sound as natural as possible, like organic coconut sugar. Our mind registers organic and coconut, hence we think it is good for us, when in truth, it's just sugar, but less refined. I remember when I first started my 100-day no sugar challenge, it was an eye-opener. For the first time, I had to actually go through each and every ingredient on a packet. I had to Google words I did not know, just in case it was a fancy name for sugar. My relationship with sugar started at a very young age. My granny used to make a pudding or a dessert almost every day. If not, it was curd with 3 spoons of sugar. Back then, no one had any clue of the effect of sugar on the body. Breakfast was cornflakes with milk and lots of sugar. So much sugar that the crunch of the sugar was what I was after. Tea was then a mug of milky tea with 2 tablespoons of sugar in it. I remember scaring people with the amount of sugar I used to eat. Coffee was a cafe mocha with 2 brown sugar packets. And somewhere along the line, I associated sugar and desserts with comfort food. Every time I was stressed, I would eat a cake or chocolates or a mousse. It was my escape. During a particularly stressful period of my life, I just ate sweets continuously. I used to carry them in my pockets. In meetings, a bowl of sweets is normally placed on the table and I would finish 70% of them off just myself. I'm sharing all this because I know that some of it might connect with you. I know that these are all human experiences after all, and we all go through them. When I started my journey towards health, I tried my best to cut down on the amount of sugar I was eating. People kept saying, moderation is the name of the game. I tried it, and it was impossible for me. As soon as I'd eat a bite, I would finish whatever was there in front of me. A cake or a box of chocolates, everything would just disappear. Then one day a friend of mine told me about her friend who was doing a 100-day no sugar challenge. She used to be addicted to colas and would finish 3 bottles of it a day. I thought about it and immediately said I will do it just to support her. Only later did I realize what that meant. More than 3 months of no sugar. I didn't think it was possible. But anyway, I started. You know what? It was the most transformative 3 months of my life. I got to know so much about how I deal with challenges, how I deal with people forcing you and learning to say no to them. I learned that sugar is in everything. Ketchup, bread, beer, mayonnaise, mustard, it's everywhere. I remember going on a holiday with my family and my cousin brother would just keep offering me biscuits because that's what we did. We were in a bus going somewhere and they were eating biscuits. And he kept offering them to me and I was like, no, they have sugar. I can't eat it. The scary thing is that it's there in large quantities everywhere. You know, it's actually used sometimes to bulk up food. There honestly is so much to talk about when it comes to the harmful effects of sugar. And I'll probably leave that for another episode. Today I want to share something very special with you. In January, I put up a post on my Instagram asking if anyone wants to join me on a no sugar challenge. And I was blown away. Over 200 people joined the challenge and over 136 successfully completed it. It was amazing to see. However, the most important thing I noticed was there was complete confusion about what could be eaten and what could not be eaten. People were frantically sending images of ingredient lists, and I realized that this was a real need. One aspect is having the will to give up sugar. The second aspect is having the knowledge about what is sugar, what foods contain sugar. A month earlier, I had met Akshay Jalan, and he created this app called PlanMyFood. This app does something amazing. It has a database of almost every food item available on the store shelves. If you scan the barcode, the app will tell you if the ingredients are in line with your diet or not. Not just that, the app will also suggest better alternatives for you. Their tagline is scan, discover, and eat right. If you're a vegan or gluten-free or lactose intolerant, this app will actually run it past its algorithm and tell you what foods you should consume and what you should avoid. I thought this would be the best way to solve that second biggest problem about giving up sugar, which was knowledge. So PlanMyFood and I have partnered to create a 31-day no sugar program. There are 3 levels to choose from, and they keep increasing in strictness. I would love it if you could take this challenge with me. It truly is life-changing. You realize how much you relied on sugar and that there is no need for it. So go to the App Store or Play Store and search for PlanMyFood. Type it out as one word without any spaces, and the logo is a bunch of grapes. Download and check it out. We have an introductory price that is much lower than the value I feel it gives. It's just Rs 999 for the 31-day challenge. The way I see it, you will recover the money from all the desserts you won't be eating. Give up 4 desserts and you have earned the money back. You will have access to the app, the No Sugar Challenge, and a private Facebook group for the challenge. When this opportunity arose to have a No Sugar app, I knew it would be of great service. So download the app now and join me on this challenge. Be ready for your life to change. Honestly, there is no better time to do this than the present. Don't procrastinate and think that you will do this in the future. Just do it now along with me. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे पॉडकास्ट लगते हैं. नाम है फुटबॉल शुटबॉल.
Presenting Football Shortball, a show about 3 friends discussing our favorite game over a beer. Sometimes 3, maybe even 5. Hi, I'm Shiva, and with me are my 2 sidekicks, Gaurav Sapre and Karthik Iyer.
Sidekick? You mean like Batman's Robin or Van Persie Robin?
No, I mean like Alexis Sanchez, but with a little more skill than just playing the piano.
Ha! Just shows how the best players at Arsenal are mere bench warmers at United.
Oh, thank you, Iyer. But you're a Fulham supporter, so whenever you say anything to support me, I question my beliefs.
Just like how Griezmann would say, एक बार मैंने जो decision ले लिया, तो मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता.
Banter aside, we will talk match reports, transfer rumors, top controversies, fantasy football picks, and so much more. So grab a beer and tune in to Football Shootball every Wednesday on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look, up in the internet. It's a meme. No, it's a cat video. No, it's the Geek Fruit Podcast.
That's right, we interrupt this riveting broadcast to tell you about our show, The Geek Fruit Podcast, where Tejas, Dinkar and I, Jishnu, talk about everything in pop culture, including DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Netflix, and everything in between.
You know how your friends hate it when you ramble about some nerdy crap and you just want somebody to listen to you? Well, sorry, there's nothing we can do about that, but come listen to us ramble and it'll almost be like the real thing. Kind of.
Listen to new episodes of the Geek Fruit Podcast every Monday and the Geek Fruit Bulletin every Thursday on iTunes, Google Podcasts, the IVM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Happy listening, you nerds.